well. My name is Irene Waitaka. Welcome to my channel, and I want to thank you for joining. Right now, I want to be discussing issues of life that we go through, each and every one of us. And today, I'm going to be discussing about the topic of. I'm going to be here to be encouraging women, especially women who have gone through different life stages and different challenges of life, including abuse and challenges that come with abuse. And I just want to encourage you that you're not alone. There's so many people who have gone through that and come out strong. And so take your time to know that you can also come out strong. When you're in a situation of abuse, for example, you don't realize that you can come out of a situation because the situation is overwhelming and is so bad on your side. You are going through abuse, you don't know left side, right, or center, you don't even know where to go, you don't know your next move. But I want to tell you, there's always a light at the end of the channel, and at the same time, there's always a solution in every situation. Sometimes it's hard, I know, and sometimes it's not easy. And just know that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Take your time just to see what you can do and ask for help. Ask always for help. Ask always for help, because when you ask for help, you could get help. But if you keep quiet and don't say anything, you'll continue suffering in silence, and it can end up badly. And it can end up badly for you and also for your children. So I would encourage you, if you're going through suffering, or if you're going through abuse, or you're going through especially abuse, please reach out for help. Reach out for help. You're going to get help. If you seek, you find. There's always somebody somewhere who is ready to help you, trust me. Please do not die with your problems. Do not die with your abuse and your issues. Please just make sure you seek help. Help will come your way, trust me. So today I want to take this opportunity to encourage each and every woman, to encourage each and every one of you to know that God loves you. God knows you. God knows your situations. God knows what you're going through. And whatever you're doing, put your trust in God. He's going to come through for you. He's going to come through for you. I know it's easier said than done, but hold on unto that. Hold on unto God. He's going to come through for you. Okay. So any woman anywhere. Today I'm only addressing women, because it's going to be a Women Wednesday. Every Wednesday I'm going to be talking to women. Every Wednesday I'm going to be talking to women and tell them, woman, you're a strong woman. You can make it. Despite the situation, you can make it. These are not only mere words. This is an encouragement and an inspiration to you to know that you're going to make it. So you could be there. You're going through abuse. You're in your house. And your husband or your partner is taking you through hell. And you have children to take care of. You don't even know which direction to take, because you are entirely depending on this man who is your partner, or your life partner, or your husband, or whoever he is the father of your children. And he is treating you like you're not important. He's treating you like you don't belong. He's treating you like you don't even exist. He's treating you like a piece of something which is not important. Take time for yourself and just know that you're going to come out of it. Love yourself, love your children. Know that you're going to come out of it. I am an advocate for marriages, and I love marriages. Marriages are beautiful. But when it comes to a point where somebody is making your life miserable, you can't even breathe, you're walking on eggshells, your children are not comfortable, and somebody wants to always make you feel like you're not a human being like they are, they're more important than you are, then there is a problem. And so you're not going to be happy there. You're not going to be happy there. So you can take your time away to think about it. If you have a way out, just to take your time away and your children. I know it's not as easy as I say it, But you can take your time away and think if you really want to be part of that person's life or not. I know children need their father always, but they can be taking care of their father from away, from far away, because in that situation, the children are also going through the same abuse that you're going through, because when you're not treated well, it always goes to the children too, because they realize the environment they are in is not a good environment, and so even the children are not happy. So the only thing I would say is, if you're going through this abuse, if there's a way you can talk to this person to stop what they're doing, do it. But if you've done your best, you've talked, maybe you've sought counseling, you've done all you can, you've tried to talk to this person to change their ways and how they behave, and they're not changing, they're still treating you like that. You try to go to seek professional help, it's not working, and the children are being affected, because the environment where there is no peace is not also a very good environment for children to grow up, because they're going to be affected for sure. So divorce is not a good thing, but you can take your time away. You don't have to divorce. Take your time away and think about it, if you want your child to grow in that environment or children to grow in that environment or not. Try to convince this person to stop their ways, but sometimes it's not as easy as it sounds. So take your time away to just gather yourself and gather your mind, so that you can be able to see if you really want to be in that situation, in that in a place where the energy is on another energy which is not so positive, negative energy around you, around your children, and somebody is keeping moving and doing it anyway, and they don't care. So it's up to you as a woman to think, is it the right environment for me? Do I deserve this? Do I deserve all this? Really? Do I really deserve all this? So divorce is not a good thing. Separation is not a good thing at all. I also am not I don't advocate for such a thing. But there's some times where you don't have to be foolish and allow yourself to be treated like that. Don't allow yourself to be treated like you don't exist. That is also not okay. So take your time to think about it, seek for help, seek for support systems which are going to help you, and really take your time to think if this person is worthy your life. He can always access his children even from afar. You can live in a different environment and he can be meeting his children. Since the children, they always need their father, it's important. So he can always meet his children, but you people are in a good environment. You're not in an environment whereby you're suffocating. You can't even breathe because somebody somewhere is making your life miserable. So I want to... So all I would say is that as a woman, do not stay in an environment whereby you're not happy. In an environment whereby you're not happy. Because at the end of the day, what matters is that you and yourself and your children are in a safe environment. So look for ways out and try and see how you can get yourself out of that situation, because you might end up living this world without knowing, without even recognizing that you're living, because that environment of being treated like you're not important, you don't deserve it as a woman. You don't deserve it. Your children don't deserve it. It's better be alone than be with somebody who is making your life as miserable as it can be. I can assure you there are many women who have stayed in those environments whereby their husbands are treating them like that, and they end up being nothing like they're being treated. And they end up living this world before their time, because they end up being sick, depressed, end up being losing themselves completely, losing their children completely, either the children losing their mother, and at the end of the day, it can even end up to death. So you don't want to be in that environment. You don't want to be in that space. You don't want to be like that. So please, all I can encourage you is, if you know you are in an environment whereby you're being abused and you have done your best, you've done what you can do, and still it's not working, get yourself out of that environment. Get yourself out of that environment before it's too late and your children lose their mother because of staying in a place where you're not needed, you're not wanted, you're not being shown love. You went there because of love. You gave your heart to somebody. You gave them children. You gave them what all a marriage is all about: family, love, children, tackling the life challenges together. But now, when it comes to a place where you're being treated like you don't belong, you are nothing, then ask yourself, do you really deserve this? Do you really deserve this kind of environment? Do you really deserve this kind of treatment? You came into this world just like the other person came into this world. You were born, they were born. You don't deserve this. So take your time away and solve your problems when you are away. Maybe, God, who knows? God is also amazing. Maybe when you're away, the person might recognize what they're losing and then come back to their senses, and maybe also seek help. Sometimes they also need help themselves, these people, especially the men who treat their women not so nicely. They need help themselves. Maybe they realize, oh my God, I'm losing my wife, I'm losing my children, and maybe they try and change also, or maybe seek help, and they accept who they are and the situation they are causing to their own families, and with time you can reconcile and the family comes back together. But you see, you've already solved the situation. But when you stay there, you just stay there, and it's nothing is being solved, it can end up very badly. And I don't want you, fellow woman, my fellow sister, to go through this. I don't want you to leave this world and leave your children without a mother. Okay? So do yourself a favor, take your time away, especially in the extremes. When you can be able to solve a problem together, that's a different story. If you can be able with time to solve the problem you're going through together, or maybe the guy accepts that he's doing the wrong thing and is ready to change, that's a different thing. But where you've done your best, you've really done your best, you seek the help you can seek, you can go to the professional, to the counseling, you have even seek for family support system, and nothing is working, then woman, lady, my sister, it's time for you to take another option. Leave that place. And of course, sometimes when you're not able financially, it's always a challenge. I know that. But even if you can be able just to leave, go to a friend's place or a family member or something, just away from that, which is not also as easy as it sounds sometimes. But if you have a support system whereby you can stay away from this person for a while, that would be good. And also, if you are able to do it, you're stable financially, it's usually not a big problem. You can be able to cater for your needs and the needs of your children with no problem. So these extremes of not being being in an environment which is not sufficient for a human being is you just have to get yourself out of it. As I've told you, some women have lost their lives because of that, so you don't want to be part of that. So I just want to thank you so much for listening to my word of today, and listening to my address to you women, what I'm addressing you about the abuse and what to do and how to try and solve the situation. If it's not working, then keep yourself away from that environment for your sake and for your children's sake. Maybe one day you might come back together again. But for now, take a walk, take a breather, breathe, and just leave that environment for now. Yes, thank you for listening to me so much. Thank you so much. I will be here to encourage, elevate, and empower you. Thank you for watching. Until the next video, bye bye. Love you.